Hey guys and gals, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the GoHighLevel Ads Manager. This is a fairly new feature that allows you to run Facebook ads and more recently Google ads directly from inside your HighLevel account. So you don't have to mess with the Facebook Business Manager. And a lot of people might ask, well, why do I want to do that? Especially if you're just starting out, or maybe you're setting up your clients and they want to run their own ads, or you're going to just run some ads for them. Couple advantages: it allows you to keep those accessible inside of their HighLevel accounts, so you don't have to worry about getting access to their business manager, which in itself can be a process. There's a ton of permissions and things like that, so that can be very confusing. So here they just connect it and then you access their HighLevel account and you can run ads directly for them inside of that account, or for yourself as well. It's just a much nicer, simpler interface. So unless you're an advanced user, a lot of people really have a hard time with the business manager part of Facebook, the ads manager, I should say, inside of the business manager settings. So it's just a much nicer interface that allows you to do that. And there's a bunch of templates pre-made and things like that. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to do that, how to do everything from setting it up. I'm going to show you a very important tip also in terms of permissions. A lot of times people can be really frustrated if your pages aren't showing, so you can't select it to get going even past the first part of that. So I'm going to show you how to make sure you got your permissions set properly. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to briefly talk about my experiences with the two major competitors for this, which is Up Retargeting and Plai, and I'll share my thoughts on those. I've used both of those in the past as well. And recently I've decided to switch over to HighLevel's built-in ads manager. So let's get into it and I'll show you that. If you are new to HighLevel, I've got my affiliate link down below, and if you use my link to sign up, I'll be happy to help support you with your HighLevel journey. I've been using HighLevel for well over 5 years. I'm a HighLevel certified admin as well. So just check out the description for more details there, and let's just jump straight into the video and I'll see you on the other side. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the ad manager inside of your HighLevel account, GoHighLevel as it's called. And this is a fairly new feature. They've been improving quite a bit. It allows you to run ads directly from inside of your HighLevel account, either Facebook ads or Google ads. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Facebook ads to get that going. The advantages are, if you've ever gotten into Business Manager, it can definitely be a maze. It can be confusing. So for a lot of people that don't have experience doing that or want a simplified process, it's just a much cleaner, easier way to do that. The disadvantage, you might have some limitations in terms of what you can access in here, but as I'm testing this out, I would say it probably has a great majority of the stuff that most people would need for running ads, unless you're a really advanced user possibly. Even then, I've got quite a bit of experience running ads, and I did a little bit of testing and it looked pretty robust. So I'm gonna actually be setting it up for my e-commerce store here that I'll be running ads for shortly. So I thought I'd record a video and show how to do this. So let's say you're in your dashboard. This is a new account that I've set up for an e-commerce store that I'm running. Let's say you're in your dashboard here and you want to connect it. You're going to go into Marketing and Ad Manager. And I should add, this is a premium add-on. So depending on how you have your HighLevel set up, if this is your own agency account, you're probably going to be paying $10 a month to HighLevel for this. If you are accessing this through a HighLevel reseller, there's a potential that they'll be marking that up maybe $20 or $30 a month, or some cases they may be including it. It really just depends on what the agency owner is doing. And in some cases people might mark it up because they're going to be offering support and things like that in addition, but really it just depends. So with that said, it is an extra charge in most cases, unless the agency owner decides not to charge for that. So you can see here that I have some accounts already set up. So before you do this, you will need to go into Settings and Integrations, and you'll want to come over here and connect your Facebook. You can see I have it connected here, Facebook and Instagram, and select the pages that you want. You can see I've got some permissions that need to be fixed here. You can manage the pages and come in here and select the pages that you want. So there's other videos on how to set this up. So mainly this video I want to focus on just connecting the ads manager, but you will need to have this stuff set up in advance, and just to give you a heads up. So let's go back. I'm going to show you one more thing as well that can save you a lot of frustration when you're setting this up. I'll just show you that really quick. So if you go into Facebook, and inside of Facebook, on my personal profile, I want to go to the top right, click on the icon and go to Settings and Privacy, and then once again click on Settings. And then on the left side menu, I want to scroll down until I see business integrations. And if you've already started to connect Facebook, maybe inside of the marketing or in the main integrations, you should see the lead connector app here. If not, you can search that and add it. And then you want to come in here and go view and edit. And then you just have to take a few minutes to go through all of these, open them up where it says see all Instagram accounts, for example, and you want to make sure that you have the one you want to have added inside of your HighLevel account checked. In this case, Tokyo Bloom Official, I checked that, but there's multiple instances of this, so you want to come and open all of them and make sure you have it checked for all of them. And you can add whatever pages, Instagram or Facebook pages, you want to have HighLevel have access to. So here you can see these are more pages here. These are Facebook, and you just come through and just make sure you have it toggled on and save. That's going to allow it to show inside of these drop downs here when you're setting it up. So now we're going to come back into Ads Manager, and I'm going to select my ad account. Since I've already connected the integrations, I'm just going to come down to Tokyo Bloom and connect that, and then the page that I want to connect, so that's Tokyo Bloom. Again, if you don't see that here, you have to go into Facebook and make sure you have permissions set up properly. So I'm going to connect Tokyo Bloom here, and you can connect multiple ad accounts, multiple Facebook forms. There's a template library you can access, all kinds of cool stuff here. So now you can see I've got my Tokyo Bloom connected, my ads here, and we'll have another video doing Google. For now, I'm going to focus on Facebook, and then we'll just click Get Started. It's going to take you into this admin panel here. You know, some other advantages to doing this is it integrates very easily with any funnels or websites you have built inside of HighLevel. So in terms of adding the Facebook conversions APIs, you can do that very easily through this. So there's other advantages as well, but it's just really a simplified way of doing it. So now you also have statistics. You can see here, once you have ads running here, you're going to see this data populating, which is really nice. And then if you come over here and go into settings, you can see that you've got your different options here. So if you want to delete any pages or ad accounts, I should say, you can come in here and do those. Here you can come in here and manage your pages, and you can delete any pages you have here. This is your pixels that you've already got set up. So you can see I've got my pixels set up here. So this is the one that, so if your pixel's not showing, you want to come here and make sure that they're available. Otherwise, you'll have to go and add those inside of the Facebook Business Manager. You can actually create a new conversion pixel here as well if you wanted to. Very easy to do that here as well. Here you can create custom audiences, and here you can delete your subscription. You can see I'm paying $10 a month in this case. You can cancel the subscription here. So that's the settings, very basic right now. And then basically from here, you're just going to select which ad campaign you want to show, which page. And again, I just have the one connected here, so it's very straightforward. And then create your campaign. And we're going to go Facebook here and next. And they're constantly adding these templates. So if you click the template here and go next, it's going to pull up a template library that gives you a bunch of pre-made templates you can use. So I don't know if they've got e-commerce here, but let's say you want to look at some of these. You can come in here and see just very basic free home appraisal. They got an image here, learn more, and all of that. You can also see it as a story and as a reel, see what it looks like. And then if it's ready for Instagram, you can see that there as well. So you can favorite these if you want to use them later, but there's quite an extensive library right now, and they're adding, I would say every probably week or 2 weeks, I'm seeing new templates adding. Here's one for steak. So if you're a steakhouse, you've got a pre-made template here. So a lot of resources here to really help you get started much quicker, especially useful for people that are newer to running ads and things like that. You've got some real estate, some wellness, and then you can search here. So I don't know if there's any clothing. I'm not really sure. My e-commerce store is apparel, so I'm not sure if you have fashion, anything like that. So it looks like nothing there, but anyways, it's a good way to get started quickly. In my case, I'm going to just start from scratch. And let me just delete this and we'll start over. So, all right, we're going to create a campaign and we're going to go from scratch. And this will just take you through the whole process. Up here, you can click and name your campaign. So this is going to be Tokyo Bloom intro offer for a new store. And then whatever you want to name it, you can name that here. So you can edit this and change it going forward. But here's where you can select your Instagram, your Facebook page that you want to post to, your objective, website traffic. In this case, it would be sales. You may want a lead generation, but you can set all that up here. And then the conversion location, you want it to go to a website or to an app. I want to send people to my website. And then here I want to select my pixel. So we'll make sure we're sending data to the proper pixel. And then what's your conversion event going to be? In this case, I want it to be purchase. This is not a Facebook ads video necessarily, but purchase is my goal. It's a new store, so I'll probably start with purchase, and then if I'm not getting purchases, then I'll probably go down to a lower conversion event. I might do like a initiate checkout or add to cart or view content if I'm not getting any success there. But I'm going to start with a purchase event here. You can add your landing page here, so tokyobloom.com, and if you want to send them to a specific page, I'm going to say Super Genki, and then your button, whatever you want your button to say. We can say order now, shop now, so we'll just say shop now. And if you have a special ad category, that would be if you're doing housing, employment, things like that, politics, where there's certain laws that kind of regulate what kind of ads you can run, then you have to select that here. Otherwise, Facebook is going to shut your ad down at some point, if not right away. In our case, it's non-applicable because this is just an apparel brand. And then select placements. You want Facebook to decide where they're going to place it. You can do that, or you can select manual. Typically, I like to do manual, but in some cases when you're experimenting, you may want to let Facebook do this and let their algorithm sort it out, and then you can figure it out from there. But you have the option to check whatever you want here. If you don't want it to show in Messenger, you can disable that. So for now, I'll just leave it auto, but I'll probably come back here and set manual here. And then here you can set your primary text. You can say shop. This is going to be whatever your description is. 20% off our entire store, maybe something like it's our grand opening party. So of course this is all very important, so you don't want to just make this up off the top of your head. You want to spend some time really coming up with good copy that you're going to convert, and also I recommend testing different things. Now you can see stuff starting to show here. So then if you come to upload media, you got your media library here. So let's just say we want to upload this here as our media, and this is also very important because as people are scrolling, you want to be able to stop the scroll. So very important image. I won't use this image, possibly a video, something like that. You can also do carousel. So if you wanted to do carousel, you could do that. Have multiple images here, and then upload your product images. Let's see, we've got some mock-ups here. Let's see. So you could upload your images here, and now you can see I've got a carousel. So, be very selective with your images and how you're going to do them. I'm just going to move this back to single here. And then also you need an awesome headline to have here. Again, you want to have a strong headline. You want to have a strong description. So all these components matter as people are scrolling. There's so much noise in Facebook feed. You want to be able to grab somebody's attention and really get them to stop and take a look at your ads. So here's my awesome description. All right, and then you can see what it looks like here. You can check it out in stories and reels. So, this is a situation where you may want to do a different format for reels and stories. And then you can come in here and select placements. So for your different ads, you're going to run different ads for different placements. So that's something worth considering. And then also you can see what it looks like on Instagram. You can come here and see what it looked like on the different formats here as a preview. So again, this is just for this video, throwing this together, but you definitely want to spend some time here, and also definitely recommend doing testing, a lot of testing on different creatives, headlines, and things like that. And then if we click next, now you can set your budget. So how much you want to do. We can say, let's say $5 a day for this one. And then you can select your location. So where do you want your location to be? In my case, I will do Japan and the US. So we would set that to those two locations, and it would include, you can also exclude locations. And then you can set your target interest. So here I might say Japan, people interested in Japan, people interested in Japanese popular culture. You can do brands like, let's see, Bathing Ape. So you can target these folks. There's mixed thoughts on this also. Some people say let Facebook do its own thing and use its algorithm to find your proper people, but I would experiment with what works best for you. I'm going to start testing this with these targeted interests, and then I've got a couple of lineups that are kind of targeted to French Bulldogs, so I'll have special interest for that as well. But I would recommend testing with no interests and testing with interest. Again, it's not a Facebook ads course, just showing you how to set this up inside of here. And then you can also gender, age range, range. Some of the special categories you have to be careful. For example, housing. If you have age range here, you're going to get shut down because you can't discriminate on that kind of thing, which is what Facebook would consider that. So you'll need to understand those nuances. Languages, you can select what languages you want. So in this case, I just have the option for English, but if you type, let's see, I can do Japanese also. It's interesting they have a Japanese kansai, which is a little bit different dialogue. Interesting. So you can set up your language here or just leave it blank, also with gender. And then you also have the option for selecting Lookalike Audience. So this is something that you would have built out already, which is an audience that looks like similar to people that maybe have purchased from me already. Since I have a new store, I haven't created any lookalike audiences yet. But once I start getting enough purchase data, then I can use that data to create a lookalike audience where Facebook will find people similar to people that have already purchased from me and then use that as an audience. And then you can do retargeting audiences if you want. So if somebody goes to your website but they haven't purchased, you can make sure they're seeing a different set of ads to try to get them to come back. So pretty cool here. You can also set a lifetime budget here. And then we're going to go to next. And this is where you can come in and just review everything and then publish your ads or publish it now. So that's where you can do that. I'm just going to go back now, and you can see here that I have this set to draft. And so when I'm ready to publish it, I can edit it and publish it. And then you can see all the different things here: paused, in review, failed, draft, publish, and all. So really, create a campaign. You can create multiple campaigns here. So again, this is brand new for me. This is my first time actually using it. I have looked at it before, but this will be my first time actually using it and running ads on this. So I don't see that we can do ad sets and campaigns and things like that here. So if you want to do that, you probably still need to get inside of your business manager to do that. But it's definitely a much easier way to get started here, to launch your ads quickly. And it's just a much cleaner, simpler interface than going directly to Facebook Business Manager. All right, guys and gals. So that is how you set up the Ads Manager from start to finish. There's a few things I didn't touch on, a little bit more advanced things like setting up your custom audiences or your lookalike audiences. We'll have other videos on that. That's standard Facebook procedure. So I really wanted to just talk about how to use the Ads Manager inside of your HighLevel account. So I did mention at the beginning also that I would touch on my experiences with Up Retargeting and Plai. I think they're both great platforms. I think the support is really amazing. I would say in terms of if you're an agency owner, Up Retargeting has amazing trainings, amazing support. So I would definitely look at that if you're really looking on the agency side and really wanting to know how to run ads successfully, how to attract people for your agency. If you're just looking for a platform that just does everything, Plai does it all. I mean, they've got Spotify ads, YouTube, everything. Last time I checked with Up Retargeting, it was Facebook and Google. And so, they both provide a ton of templates. Plai also has deep integrations with AI for generating images, generating custom avatars, as well as your copy. But it really just works with a ton of platforms. In my experience, their customer support is really good. Their developer, their head owner is constantly adding features. I think now they have a social planner. I believe that's an extra paid part of the app. I haven't used that. And then HighLevel also has a social planner, so I'm using that one instead. But they're both just amazing platforms. Still way farther ahead than what HighLevel is offering. HighLevel is still fairly basic. One thing that you'll find with HighLevel is, in my experience, my understanding is it does not sync with your business manager. So if you want to do more advanced things, if you have an ad set up in HighLevel, you can't go into the business manager and do those things. It just doesn't sync there. So there are some limitations. So if you're looking to run some really advanced things, or if you really want to have a bunch of ad sets and things like that, you can't do that currently. Now, HighLevel is super fast for adding features. I've got whole teams working on this and updates coming regularly. For me and my clients, I just decided to switch to HighLevel just because it's all built in one, and not having to use a third party for support, paying the additional costs and things like that, which they can get expensive. But if you have several clients using it, obviously the cost averages down, so it's definitely more than affordable. But with the HighLevel, it's $10 per sub account, or you can do $97 a month for unlimited accounts, so it's more affordable. I haven't played with the Google Ads side of things yet, so right now I'm just focusing on Facebook. But I'm just trying to keep things more simplified inside of my HighLevel account. Single login, single dash, and all my support channels in one place without having to reach out to different third-party apps for support and things like that. Also having to learn a lot more things with those platforms. So really, it's totally up to you what your needs are. I'm happy to answer more specifics if you want to leave a comment down below or reach out to me by email, info@alphablossom.com. I'd be happy to help as well. But for me, I'm sticking with the HighLevel Business Manager, and I'll report back once I launch ads for my e-commerce store, and I'll be able to share more information as far as the results and things like that. But really, it's just a much simplified way, and I could see this with my clients. You know, if I have some niche specific ads that I know are working, I can load those templates in their account and easily run ads for them and start getting results quickly. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Again, if you are just signing up with HighLevel, I've got my affiliate link down below in the comments. You can sign up for that, and I will be happy to support you. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I've got some bonuses also that I'm putting together that I will deliver to you guys in terms of free snapshots and things like that. So some pretty cool stuff. And I am a certified admin with HighLevel, so I've got a ton of experience over 5 years. Really just happy to help people as much as possible. So if you do sign up with my affiliate link, just shoot me an email, info@alphablossom.com, and I'll be happy to help out. All right, guys and gals, hopefully you found this video helpful, and I will see you on the next one.